Welcome in here, episode 21 of the Breck and Beiler Show. Haven't done this one for a while. Right now, I'm joined here with Caleb Booman.
What's up?
We have Tommy Boyum coming in here. He's going to make an appearance. I don't know. You've been talking about to him on the phone. I'm kind of in a rush for something. I have plans after this. It's why, it's kind of a scramble right now. But Tommy Boyum will be making an appearance. But for now, we have Caleb Booman and whatever. Say what's up. I don't know.
What's up?
Okay. There we go. Anyway, today lined up for you guys were, it's kind of becoming an old trend, so to speak, but we'll be talking about what we think. One gorilla versus 100 men, who would win and why. I don't even think we have a draft yet. We'll probably figure out something somehow in our heads while we're doing this, but I think we're going to talk maybe a little bit about the NFL draft, maybe baseball season for us, high school season's wrapping up, and let's just say it's been a little rough for those of you that play baseball. For you individually, it's going well, but for me individually, not anywhere near I want it. As a team, it's going pretty bad, so I don't know if we'll get into that as much. But
you also missed 4 games. You missed 7 games, so
but
leniency there.
Just so you guys know, my freshman year last year, the pitching was worse, but I hit 340. Right now I'm hitting 275, which 275, let's just say it could be way worse than that, but it's just not what I want it to be. But it's baseball. It happens. It's the spring. It's not always goes according to plan. Sometimes you just got to mentally wipe it. A season as a whole, sometimes, at the end, you just got to move on. So that's what I've been trying to do mentally as it's been really tough for me, to be honest. But
I don't think your average tells the whole story. You're not really striking out, putting a lot of balls in play.
Yeah. Yesterday in Mitchell, we played Mitchell. I guess we'll rant here about, we played in Mitchell, got kind of BTA'd, not going to lie, but I thought I hit the ball fine yesterday, just kind of in the gloves. Not every swing was good, but there was a few swings that were pretty good.
Yeah, I played pretty awful. I won't even lie. I did not play very good.
Didn't we all? We actually played good defense though, which has been our problem
for the most part.
TD,
shout out TD.
Yeah, shout out Dylan T. Okay, I want you guys to put this into perspective for those of you that don't play baseball. Okay, let's go over this. Probably the single greatest defensive catching game I've ever witnessed. And that's because he got a total chances. Okay, let's run this down. He threw out 4 guys.
I think it was 5.
Was it 5?
Yeah.
And keep in mind, it would have been 6. No one remembers this, but I low-key missed a pick to throw the guy out. He would have been out as well. Also, he back-picked a kid at second. Okay, hold on. Before I get it, throwing 5 guys out is unbelievable.
Yeah, and they kept running, too.
Yeah, they kept running.
That was the craziest part.
Yeah. And not even going to lie, the pitchers to home, Tommy Pearson was throwing.
Yeah.
So he throws hard, so he's quick to home.
Also, that umpire.
Yeah.
Donut. That's all I got to say about the strike zone.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was tiny. But wasn't the reason why we lost. Anyway, He picked a guy, and then I think there was a base hit to center field. And Caden Spore, our center fielder, tried throwing the guy out home. It was a good throw, but the guy beat it. And then TD came up firing after that throw at home and threw the guy out at second trying to advance. His throws were on point. Again, for me, I was playing shortstop, so I was catching all of them. Right on the money every time. Single greatest defensive catching game I've ever seen. Not close. But, with that, let's jump into, again, our first topic. One gorilla versus 100 men. Who do you have winning?
I have the 100 men. I don't think it's very close, in my opinion. I saw a video on it actually. It was the stamina for a stamina. There's just no way a gorilla could defeat 100 people. He could probably get 20, 30. I don't see a way that he can kill 100 people. I just can't believe that.
I look at it as, I'm going to be the guy. Okay, it's hard for me to if it was the men, and it's it's either you, your only way of surviving the whole situation is beating the gorilla. You can't run away. If you can't run away, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel I have to take the men, but I see it as I don't think people understand. Okay, first of all, there's going to be people that die regardless, even if the 100-man win. Regardless, there's going to be people that die. And second of all, I guess when it comes to people dying, I don't think there's going to be very little men that are going to be I'm going to be the first one to go after the gorilla. Because if you're the first one to go after the gorilla, you're probably going to die.
Yeah.
And not to mention, I see it as that first guy goes, that gorilla's ripping his arm off, and if all the other people see his arm ripped off, dude, you're traumatized.
Yeah.
It sounds like, ripping his arm off. Like, that's scary. If you see that, you're not touching that gorilla. You're not coming near it. Nobody's coming near it. That's why I think I might be the gorilla, because the mental factor. Like, dude, that's just scary to me if I saw someone's arm get ripped off. I'm not touching the gorilla.
Are we thinking it's like 100 randomly selected men, or like
yes,
are we choosing 10?
Because if you're choosing 100, okay, then that gets way different. Then I could choose the 100 biggest, strongest men in the world. Yes, it's randomly selected. Like if we just hit a button that's like, it's like the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Like if it's 100 randomly selected men, I think if one of them out of there is like a unit, I think we have a big chance. But I'm just like, dude, I think people just at some point too just might try to avoid the gorilla for as long as possible until it gets to them.
Yeah, I think once again, I think it's the stamina factor. The gorilla's probably stronger than all the men combined, but there's no way. I don't think there's no way that he can keep up with 100 men. I just don't think it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see that. I think Griffin Miller was talking to me about this guy on TikTok. There was a video. He was like a big animal dude, and I think he did say like the gorilla would get by about 40 guys before it starts slowing down. But then again, like I say, the mental factor, it's not, you can't just factor in strength and everything. I think if one dude sees someone's arm get ripped off or leg or just die, everyone's scared out like just shivering in their boots. I don't think anyone wants to go near that thing.
You think, are we sending them one-on-one? Or are we sending them in waves of 5?
Well, you can strategically do it. I mean, you don't, it's not just one-on-one, okay, bring the next guy in.
Yeah.
But I also think I think it's hard to get everyone on board. Like, all 100 of us are just going to jump on top of the gorilla. Yeah. I think that actually probably be the best way to do it.
Just confuse it.
Well, yeah, okay. I guess so. Since you think the 100 men are going to win, what's your strategy then? If you're so let's put yourself in your shoes or in these guys' shoes. Like you're one of the 100 men. What's your first move? Like, first of all, what do you? As a group, if you're the group leader, what's the strategy? And also, are you going to be one of the first guys going after it or not?
I would absolutely not be one of the first people to go after it.
But that's what I'm saying, though. All the 100 people would say that as well if it was randomly selected. That's the problem I come with this, too, like with the 100 men. Tommy Boyum.
Tommy Boyum,
the podcast is started, by the way. The podcast is started. We're literally rolling, so grab your mic. I told him. Right now, we're talking about the 100 men versus one gorilla. Who you got winning?
100%, it's the 100 gorillas.
100 men.
It's the 100 men. The 100 men. It's not close.
Hold on. I'm going to go back to why he thinks that, but anyway, finish my question.
I feel like what I would do is I would send in waves of 10 to 20. I feel like you just confuse him, circle around him, run around him. Also, I'm not playing fair. I don't care. I'm kicking in the balls. I'm doing whatever.
There's no such thing as playing fair. It's life or death.
Yeah. I'm kicking in the balls. It's going to get hurt. I mean, yeah. 10 send waves of 10 to 20. I think he makes it past 2 waves, and that 3rd or 4th wave, there's just no way he's lasting physically.
But again, I just find it hard, who's going to agree, I'm going to be in the first wave of 20. I'm doing it. I'm just going to take one for the team. No one's just going to be I'll just die for you guys. I'm all worried about myself.
You never know. I feel like Tommy Boyum's the kind of guy who would just be I got you guys. I'm going to go in there.
No, you're not.
I'm going to set the pace.
No, you would not.
I'm going to set the pace here.
Can I choose,
No, it's random.
Just random?
It's like the Hunger Games. You just, we just hit a random wheel.
Is there an age gap? Are we putting babies in there? Is there is there an age?
Is it 18 years or older, or 14, or what are we doing?
That's a good. Because I feel if you do age, no, it's 100 men.
Okay, so 18 older.
Yeah, 18 or older.
They could be
18
obese,
or older, and then
unhealthy.
50. Let's say 18 or older, and 60 or younger.
Okay.
I think 60 is the cap, but 60's old. That's pushing it.
Are we just going we just going in there bare hands?
Yeah, no, there's no weapons. There's no. It's just face to face.
100 grown men. These gorillas are very similar to how humans are. So they, if you go up to a gorilla and kick it in the nuts, he's down for at least a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Then you just, it's not even close, honestly. 100 men would just It's not close.
Hornswoggle. They hornswoggle that gorilla. Not even close. No way.
Hornswoggle. Is this a spelling bee? Want me to spell it?
Okay. HORN.
Yeah, that's
SW
AG.
And these
AGGLE. Hornswoggle.
Oh, it's GG.
the tallest.
I think it's GG.
The tallest gorilla that's ever been found in the wild is only like 6'5". They're not like huge.
Can we get a fact check? Any of you got your phones? Can you look up like the average weight of a gorilla, or no,
It's
average
like-
strength? Average strength, because I think weight's a little different. Because
Pretty sure they can lift like over 100 times their body weight.
100 times.
I'm pretty sure.
It was
It's
like
something
it was, like,
crazy.
bench press probably like 1,200 pounds or something.
Yeah. Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
sorry
I
for
was,
the water going through the pipes once again. It happens every episode, but they can hear
I
that.
forgot what I was gonna say.
4 to 5 times stronger than human, or 4 to 10 times stronger than humans.
Dang.
You can put the mic closer if you want, Tommy.
It says they could
Yeah.
deadlift over 1,700 pounds.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But
yeah, but
There's
the
just-
fatigue.
Yeah.
Again, I just think like if you I feel like when you simulate in your mind, oh yeah, the 100 men. Like I've said this 10 times already in the last 5 minutes, but like, just like if you put it in a real life scenario, everyone mentally is going to freak out when they see that first guy die. Freak out. Because I'm telling you, someone's head or arm is getting ripped off and you're traumatized forever. Your mental capacity will just freak out and you won't. And again, it's not like you just have you better hope you have like a Marine in there or someone that's like used to kind of seeing that stuff, or a bunch of them. But it's like it's 100 men randomly selected. Like, it's not.
I feel like if you could choose the men, it's easily men. But
Yeah, I mean,
it's
yeah,
100
if you could choose the
guys.
men, it's easily men. I agree, it's easily men. But I think I'm gonna take the gorilla, but no, it's like 50-50 for me. It just depends. I think it seriously depends on who the people are. I would have to see what the men are looking like for me to choose. Like if I was betting on it, I'd have to see who all the 100 men are first. But again, it's close for me. It's close.
Man, I think I gotta take the 100 men. I can't see a world where the gorilla wins. Obviously, if there's some
can't either.
Yeah, there's some whack draft where there's like all old dudes. I mean, yeah, I'm taking the gorilla, but
And like think you could strategize this out. Say you got like 5 like obese guys. You could just send them first, like to distract the gorilla, and then everyone else could just come up behind them. Like if you have a game plan about attacking this
So
gorilla.
I'm saying, but like, who's gonna want to be the person that's like, yeah, I'll take one for the team? Nobody.
Well,
Nobody's
that's
gonna
why
do
you
that.
send them the first people in waves of like 5 to 10, and then you just have everyone else surround the gorilla. And I mean,
Again, this isn't like Fortnite where you get reboot cards. Like you can like revive. Like it's just.
is this happening in like in the wild or like?
I'd say it's like an open field. It's like
open
a
field?
straight open field, 100 acres. Like
So
there's just no,
if I find a rock on the ground,
is that fair game?
can I throw a rock at a gorilla? Can we use our resources?
I guess if that's the playing field. But no.
David and Goliath.
Yeah, well, that's a
Hey.
whole different. That's a whole different thing. Well, okay, I guess I want to wrap this topic up quick. But last thing, like, okay, this is also interesting on the same topic. What about 100 men versus 10 million ants? Have you guys seen that?
The ants just aren't big enough. Dude.
Yeah, the ants. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that would be really scary to see too. 10 million ants in front of you. That
reminds
would
me-
be
You know that scene from Indiana Jones where those ants are on the ground? They like.
okay.
You know what I'm talking about? You ever seen the Indiana Jones clip? They're like in the jungle and like there's just like man-eating ants, and they just like.
Let's not lie to him, Tommy. We've probably both never seen the movies, right?
No, I've never seen
Yeah.
but there's
No,
this
obviously I
one
know
clip-
Indiana Jones is. I'm not an idiot, but I.
They like this guy falls into like this pit of ants that are on the ground, and they all pick him up and take him into like their hole and eat him. You've never seen this?
No.
I've never.
Can't say I have.
I can't say that I've seen that. No. 10,000 ants is what you
10
said?
million.
Million, yeah.
I
That's
feel
what
like-
I'm-
Okay, 10 million. Oh,
It's also hard to put in perspective how big 10 million is.
yeah, I don't even think we can comprehend. Like, it would probably be 10 of this room. Think about
Just
that.
filled
Filled
with
with ants.
Do these like what kind of ants are there?
There's ants.
Well, like are they like
We're talking like fire ants. Like
No, just
bullet ants,
regular ants.
carpenter ants?
just regular ants.
Just your every normal day ants that you see in the summer. And also, I've tried. Have you guys ever just tried stepping on an ant like they don't die right away? Like
those ants are harmless though.
I know. I don't know what they would do.
I just can't imagine.
Maybe they just crawl up on you and suffocate or something. I don't know.
Under the influence, where they're just trying to kill us, like that snail. Like the snail follows you for like rest of eternity, and once he touches you, you die.
Oh my gosh, we should. You've seen that on the breadbasket? Hold on. Okay, I'm switching topics now. Forget the ant thing.
Hey, Team Zach all the way. Team Zach all the way.
I'm more of a Danny guy.
Come on.
He's just the better, well-rounded
Danny
player in the TikTok world. Anyway,
Danny's
okay.
top tier.
Yeah. Okay. Are you taking $1 million? Are you taking $1 million today, or $25 million? But yeah, there's a snail that starts on the other side of the country. Okay. How should I put ground rules? There's a snail. You know where it is at all times. Let's just say you can't fly away from the U.S. and the snail starts or 5 states away from you. Let's say 5 states away from you. The snail starts. If that snail touches you, you die. But you get $25 million though. If you don't,
Are you immortal?
You die.
But like, are you like?
Oh no! Everything else is in play. Like dying in a car, or like is that what you mean? Like, what do you mean by immortal?
You know, like
That's the only way you die. Is the snail?
Like, can you only die from the snail?
No.
So
like someone could come down here, grab a gun, and shoot you. Something.
Oh.
And then like the other option is I just get $1 million.
$1 million.
I'm probably just gonna take the $1 million.
Yeah, I would take.
What about
$100
$100 million?
Too. I'm taking.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I don't want to worry about
if we know where the snail is. Like, we have a constant tracker on the snail.
You know where it starts, and you know what it looks like.
Like the average like size of a snail, it's like this big or something, or like.
Say about.
Is this like an agonizing death, or is this just a quick, like, snap of the finger?
Like you just fall to your knees and die.
I don't know. Dude, there's so many big questions. I've seen this when Danny and Zach did this on their breadbasket. This is one of their questions, like $100 million to get, but there's no, like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, if I die like that, maybe I'd just take the 100 mil.
Yeah.
But you would think, like, dude, even if you know what the snail looks like and everything, there's just no way it touches you, right?
Yeah, honestly.
Does it have to like touch your skin? Like, if
yes, it has to touch you.
If you have like shoes on and it touches your shoe,
okay, now we're getting a little too hypothetical. Like,
but this
sure,
is a good
yeah,
question.
it touches your skin.
I mean, I'm just saying, if I'm always wearing shoes,
Yeah.
Can the snail get inside of my house?
Yes.
How to get inside my house?
No, I mean, if it can find a way to get in your house, it can.
And think about how many times you'd have to move your house.
Okay, but the snail stays alive too as long as you stay alive.
Yeah, but
$100 million. Like, I feel like if you're putting $100 million in my face,
it's gonna be hard to say no.
Yeah, I feel if it's $100 million, I'm taking $100 million with the snail. I got to.
You know what though? But you'd always have that in the back of your head though.
If it's 5 states away,
it's almost like, okay, remember you playing Senior Assassin this year?
Yeah.
You almost said it by the middle of it, like, dude, I hate this. It's almost like lifelong Senior Assassin.
Oh, man, you're right. Honestly.
Would you like that just to stay in the back of your head your whole life?
No, I think I would just take the $1 million.
dude.
I think I'm taking the mill too, and just trust my
trust that I wouldn't.
my intelligence to get me more money.
Also,
$100 million. You better know I'm making some kind of technology where I'm making a snail tracker. There's any snails.
It's a good point though.
My house.
Point, though.
I'm making it snail proof. I'm snail tracker. Any snail touches my property, I'm knowing.
But there's a tracker on it all the time, so you know anyway.
I thought you just said you know where it starts.
Yeah, you know where it starts.
But
you know what it looks like.
But like, you don't have constant tabs on where it's at.
I don't think so. No.
Oh, okay,
dude. Okay.
I'm taking the $100 million.
I'm gonna take the $1 million. Because imagine your name comes up in the paper and it says Caleb Booman, death by snail. That would be pretty embarrassing.
That would be pretty embarrassing. And again, I think the mental thing too, like, if you're just, it's in the back of your head your whole life, like, that'd suck.
Yeah, no, that'd suck. That'd be so bad.
Like you can't even like worry about just everyday life because you're so worried about this snail. Like, if you die, but yeah, interesting question. Anyway, let's talk about the NFL draft. I know. Well, this is what we're talking about now. So I don't know if you have any. I ideas about what teams were big winners or anything. I'm not a big football guy, so I'll let them try to take over maybe. I mean, are both you guys Vikings fans?
No.
I'm a Packer fan.
I'm a Bears fan.
Okay, I'll start with Caleb. Grade it like A to F. What do you think? Or like, what do you think you'd grade the Packers draft?
You know, honestly, I didn't really pay attention to the draft. I know like their first.
You didn't pay attention? This is the one you want to talk about.
I was just giving ideas. You said you're out
okay,
of
that's
ideas.
true. That's true. I'll get more probably in the quarterback situation with like Sugar and stuff. But
I mean, I didn't really like. Obviously, like the first couple rounds, I paid attention to, but not really the last ones. I really liked the receiver pick. First time in like 22 years, I picked a receiver.
Was it the dude from Mizzou?
No, he
Who
went to the
picked it?
Bears.
We got the dude from
That
Mizzou,
dude's good.
Luther Burden.
I know.
We got him in the
that
second
dude's
round
good.
too. Huge steal.
What do you think of that Colston guy?
Colson Loveland. Ben Johnson likes to run 2 tight end sets a lot, so it's pretty good. But
I mean,
feel like-
would you rather have Tyler Warren though?
no, I feel like we could have traded down to like 20, 22 and gotten him still. So, but he should be pretty good tight end. But
Genuine question: do you think Ashton Genty was going to fall to the Bears?
I did. I honestly did.
No way.
I seriously did. No, I seriously did.
There's
I thought-
just no way.
I thought Raiders were gonna go.
What did the
line.
Bears have again? Or
Yeah,
like
10.
what pick? 10?
It was either 10 or 11.
I kept seeing on my TikTok For You page all these Bears fans fantasizing about having Ashton Genty. There's just no way he was going to fall that far.
I also didn't think we were gonna get like Ben Johnson. We still got him, but
I don't even know who that is. Ben Johnson?
the offensive coordinator for the Lions.
Oh,
He's our new head coach.
well. I guess the guys will go 6-11 now instead of 5-12.
See, and he's probably right. Is the funny thing. I mean,
What do you guys think about the Jaguars trading up to get Travis Hunter?
it's a good move.
Well, was it good? I mean, I think it was obviously good for the Jags. Was it good for the Browns?
They gave
though?
up a lot of picks.
Yeah, they did. They did.
How many spots did they move up? Like 2 or 3? Or was it 1?
I thought it was Jaguars were pretty bad last year, so probably not many.
I mean, I thought it was I think it's a win for both. I think Travis Hunter's a generational talent. I don't think he's going to play both ways in the NFL.
I was just going to ask that. You think he's going to play both ways?
There's
Okay, then
just
what side of the
no
ball? Corner?
way.
No, 100% wide receiver.
Yeah.
Imagine that wide receiver core with Brian Thomas Jr. and now Travis Hunter.
But is he a better corner than wide receiver or no?
No, he's a better receiver, but he's
Yeah.
still a really good corner. They might find a way to get him in on defense too. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, fair. I heard that too. Like, have him special sets go out there. I just can't find a way. Like, I know he says he wants to do both ways all the time, but like, these are the best of the best. And there's like,
Yeah.
how many guys have done that in NFL history? Not many.
Not.
2 or 3, like
Also-
consistently.
They also
Yeah.
said that about like Shohei Ohtani too, and I mean, he's proven everyone wrong.
I mean,
by
that's
the
a
way.
lot different though. I feel
Look, I'm going to put it like this way. If he plays both sides of the ball, I won't be surprised, but I'll
Yeah.
be with Boomin. It's a lot harder than it seems.
Also,
100%.
Shohei Ohtani hasn't pitched in 2 years, so
Speaking of that, I don't think Ohtani, I saw some things on TikTok about a doctor talking about, I think it might have been on a podcast or something, but he's like, I hope I'm wrong, but with him having Tommy John and everything with his UCL and all that, I can't remember why, but they said his body can't handle his arm pitching probably ever again. Like, it's a bad idea for him to pitch ever again. I can't remember why, but again, because he's got good mechanics, he's a strong guy, but they basically said the moral of it was that his body can't handle it, and I can't remember why, like I said, but
I mean, they have 800 freaking star pitchers, so I don't know why
They really
would-
don't need him.
They
Yeah.
honestly don't need him. Why risk it?
yeah.
If he gets hurt, he's done hitting too.
Don't worry, I want to get back in the draft, but I've wanted to talk about this on the podcast before. You guys remember, it was last year, do you guys think he was actually involved with that sports betting scandal? That guy
100%.
that just got, no one's ever talking about it
agent?
anymore, obviously, but it just got, yeah.
Do you think Shohei was in it too? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think, okay, what was the whole situation again?
I don't even remember.
It was his interpreter, right? Basically stole money from him without knowing and was sports betting on, and Shohei didn't know about it.
I think that Shohei definitely would have known about it if he just his own money's.
First of all,
I kind of feel like, it's obvious Shohei is like the golden child of the MLB.
Yeah,
feel
so
like
I
they would
don't- yeah.
definitely try and cover it up if actually.
the
Obviously, I think if he played like a huge role, we would know about it. But if it's like a small portion, there's no way we would ever know about it. I just don't. He's too much of a moneymaker.
But here, hold on though. He actually, can someone look at just look up how much it was something Ipe, like look up how much money he stole from Shohei. It was actually a lot more money than you think. It was like a good million, like maybe 10 million. Like, it was insane amount of money. And that guy too, his interpreter, was so close to him. Like, everywhere you go, like, how do you just not know that money is getting stolen from you?
$17 million.
Yeah, how do you not know 17 million gets stolen from you?
He signed a $700 million contract.
Yeah, but he's only getting.
He's getting like 650
He's the
in the last
most famous
year.
athlete in Japan, and
but that dude was like tight with him though. Tight. It was just fishy is all. It's very fishy.
I wonder. I'll look up how much his sponsorship is with New Balance.
Oh, it's got to be crazy.
Yeah,
but honestly, he doesn't.
It's still 17 mil. It's not like it's pocket change. That's still not pocket change for anybody. 17 mil is still not pocket change. Still not pocket change. You don't just know that gets stolen. That's what I'm saying. I think his interpreter covered up. Oh, yeah. And not to mention, he said, yeah, I knew about it. And then he came back 2 days later and said, no, I had no idea about it. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. So he
like switched his story.
He 100% knew about it.
I can't remember, but he switched his story booming a day later.
Shohei?
Yeah.
I think he's in it. I think he probably played a role. Probably not a big one, but he probably played a role.
But it makes sense he gets laid off because he's, like you said, he's the greatest player in the MLB right now. And if MLB loses him, then they lose all their viewership and all that kind of stuff. So it's hard to blame MLB, honestly.
Especially
because he is the MLB right now.
He makes $100 million. He's projected to earn $100 million just in endorsements this year.
Yeah, that's crazy,
man. Yeah. And he's only getting like $2 million from his contract a year. He deferred all of it for when he goes back to Japan. He's just going to take all of the rest of the money.
Well, because they don't want to pay salary tax every year. That's why. So it makes sense. And also that MLB should get a hard cap. Like these super teams like this is just 100% ridiculous.
I feel like there should be a floor. I feel like there should be like a salary floor where like the Twins.
Oh, you have to pay that much money.
Yeah, where like the Twins, they don't ever sign.
That's interesting. A salary floor.
Never heard of it.
Or like the Oakland A's, they'll never sign any. They haven't signed anybody huge in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Or they just let go their best players because they don't want to pay them.
A floor is interesting.
I feel like they need a salary cap in there though, because it just seems like
every league has one too.
Every coastal team besides like I guess the Athletics.
I feel like baseball's a lot different though, because anybody can win. Like one guy has a good pitching performance.
It's hard though, but no matter how bad like the Yankees are, the Dodgers are, you're gonna get fans because you're in big market cities regardless. Yeah. And not only that, there's so many things that comes into play with even government and stuff and how like money works with taxing and all that stuff that some states, like for instance, like Chicago, it's hard to get players in Chicago because the way they tax and stuff. Well, yes, same with weather as well, or like the way they tax on houses and all this stuff. It's all completely different. Like when players go to sign with teams, it's not because this team's good, they're paying me a lot of money. It's like, okay, I also have to live here. This is how much money I pay for this stuff and all that stuff. Like that's why, for instance, like living here in South Dakota is super cheap. It's nice. Like that's probably the same for. I mean, Minneapolis is still expensive, but it's not anywhere near as expensive as like New York City.
Yeah,
or
close.
But it's just there's a lot more that goes into it that I think like a salary floor. Yeah, it seems like actually I kind of like the idea, but at the same time, it's hard. It is hard to control how much money each owner really has. That's why I think a cap is like really fair. But and I don't think the cap should be low. I think it should be high. Like, I think a cap's high for a reason. I think the high market team should still be able to have the benefit of being a high market team. But at some point, it just gets ridiculous. Like, you have Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts on the same team. Those are three former MVPs. And like Clayton Kershaw, I know he's like 38, but he's like 6th or 7th in their rotation. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
What, 2 Cy Young Awards too? Kershaw?
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Crazy.
It's like Yamamoto, Tyler Glasnow. There's even more pitchers. Dustin May finally came back. Like, he's finally healthy. He's not even really in their rotation. And they just got that kid from Japan again. Or a different kid from Japan.
Sasaki or whatever his name is?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But he hasn't pitched great yet, but his film, like, he looks like he has a ton of potential.
I also kind of feel like it's hard, like, if I'm a Japanese player and like I can sign with anybody I want, and I see Shohei Ohtani on the team, why would I not want to be a teammate with Shohei Ohtani?
Especially now they got Yamamoto too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, obviously, but it doesn't matter. But they're paying him so much too. I mean, that again, just teams can't compete with it. It's just there's just no chance for. I know the Twins actually have a lot of money in their ownership, believe it or not. But like a team like the Athletics, like they don't have rich ownership. Like
I mean,
can't
well,
even compete
look
to
at the
get teams.
Tigers. Like the Tigers and the Guardians, they had
that's
some
true.
of the lowest
That's true.
payroll in the league, and what was it, Guardians made it to the ALCS.
But again,
Yeah.
I still think the pay if you don't at the end of the day though, if you don't pay a high payroll, you won't be ending up at the top. You might make a deep run, but you won't be ending up at the top. Like even a team like the Texas Rangers that won it against the Diamondbacks, they still had Corey Seager and Marcus Semien, two guys that you have to pay a good chunk of money for to get.
Adolis Garcia sent absolutely masterclass in that playoffs.
Yes,
That was generational. That was like
That
a
was.
Linsanity run.
Yeah.
he's okay. Hasn't done he's been playing good, but nothing like spectacular.
Yeah.
But you can honestly make a name, even a career for yourself in the playoffs. Like if you're just a
Randy
hero.
Rosarena.
Kike
Seriously.
Hernandez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Kike's actually he's playing bad this year. But like when he
Yeah,
played with the
but
Red
he-
Sox,
yeah.
oh my gosh,
He has like I think he has like one of the highest averages in the postseason ever.
Who's that guy on the 2018 Red Sox team that was every time I went up to the plate it was just productive at bat.
well they had bats.
I know,
Devers.
but I forgot who it was. It was just this random guy, and he just had the craziest World Series performance ever. Won the World Series MVP, and now he's just
Maybe just look up their roster,
probably in like high A.
2018 World Series roster.
It was like,
Let's see, they had Bats Devers, they had Sale, Christian Vasquez was their catcher. He was decent. I think they had like Mitch Moreland at first.
So
It
like
might have been Mitch
Jackie
Moreland.
Bradley Jr. in the outfield.
JBJ.
Verdugo.
They had whoa. No,
Was
no,
it?
they didn't. No, they didn't. They had Andrew Benintendi.
Or yeah.
Steve Pierce. That's who it was.
Yeah, Steven
Steve
Pierce.
Pierce.
He's actually he's been a big like utility guy for teams too in the past, and especially for the Red Sox. Yes, he's had some crazy moments with them in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's always just been like a role player. Just
Goes
blew
off in
up the
playoffs,
World
yeah.
Series, yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll get back to the draft a little bit. Should he have dropped that far in the draft?
Shedeur?
Yeah.
I feel like his interviews are terrible, and he's just a bad look on a team, honestly.
Yeah, well, you hear the interview that Dion said? It was some talk show, and it was like, yeah, I'm not going to let my kid go to a bad team. Like, what kind of father would I be? And yada, yada, yada. Like, no one wants that kind of drama on the team.
No, and I feel bad. I think a lot of the reason why wasn't getting drafted too, not all of it, but some of it was his dad, like not wanting to deal with Dion.
Yeah,
And the
Shedder's full of
organization- yeah.
himself, and Dion is full of himself. That's a lot to handle.
Yeah,
And have you guys seen the videos?
Neither of them are quiet. So
No.
If they don't like something, they're going to say
that's
it.
the thing. They don't want drama on their team.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you get Shedeur, though, you know the cameras are going to be there. Like there's going to be a media attention, and people, if like you say, yeah, Shedeur's our starting QB, you're going to get fans to go to that game.
What are
as
the
well.
thoughts on taking Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders?
I think that's more of an interesting story.
That's very
I don't like it.
interesting.
Plus Flacco, and who else?
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett.
There's one other one.
Yeah, they had 5.
Yeah, that's going to be one crazy QB battle right there.
Yeah.
And have you seen the videos of Shedeur Sanders and like Cam Ward like practicing together?
Yeah.
It's like an 8th grader and a NFL player, dude.
Oh yeah, what was he? I remember those interactions. What was Shedeur talking about?
It's like he wanted to get Cam Ward on a rap song or something.
Oh yeah,
Cam
he's like,
Ward was
nah, I'm a football player.
Nah, I'm a quarterback.
Yeah, I'm a
football
quarterback,
player.
yeah. Yeah, it's just like Shedeur's just locked in on other things, and Cam Ward's just.
Gosh, have you guys seen that that gay couple on TikTok? And they make edits of what's this? It's like Cardell, your dinner is ready. You guys haven't seen
No,
this?
what is this?
Oh
Is
my
random.
gosh, they're
What are these?
hilarious.
We're talking about the draft.
We're talking about Cam Ward.
Yeah, we are talking about Cam Ward. Yeah,
Dude, those, oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
you guys
goodness.
need to watch those edits.
Is it the one where he like
So-
kisses the?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
They're
saw
like this-
that.
And it's like it's like, damn, Cardo, I'm gonna let you blow my back out tonight. And then it's like edit, and then it's like boom, Cam Ward edits because the guy looks exactly like Cam Ward.
Oh, he like serves him dinner.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Cardo, your dinner's ready. Yeah, so
The
funny.
food always looks so good. And
Yeah.
he's like, I'm blowing your back out. Yeah,
Sorry for getting off topic, but I thought those are so funny.
Oh, now I lost my train of thought. Oh, no, I was going to say, okay, now more on a serious note. I remember texting this guys in the group chat, which you guys already know, but for those of you that don't know, which is, I mean, most of you probably do, but Cam Ward's only offer out of high school was Incarnate Word. Like, I think it can HBCU is all. I think it was still D1, but now that the fact that he's a 1-1 pick is crazy. I mean, again, it's still a D1 college, HBCU, but the fact, again, that he's went first overall this year from where he's came from is crazy. That was his only, I'm pretty sure that was his only offer out of high school. Only offer. And I know I've told probably 100 people this, but I just still think it's insane. And he transferred to Washington State, then ended up going to Miami. And now
it's like almost like the Josh Allen story.
Yeah, went to Wyoming.
Yeah, it's like he sent out emails. Wyoming was the only one that wanted him, and now he's MVP caliber player.
The thing is that Wyoming too, their team wasn't even good.
No,
Like, they weren't even good.
terrible.
But yeah, now I've lost. Well, what do we talk about now? We're 36 minutes in NFL draft. We've already talked some baseball. You got what?
Regionals.
You want to talk about high school baseball?
Yes and no. We're not playing well at all, as
Not
all of you
at
watching probably know. But scratching our way for regional, and right now it's looking to be Harrisburg, and
Or just no contest, meaning you don't qualify.
It's either gonna, if we make it, it'll be Harrisburg, which,
Or I mean,
it'll be a repeat of last year, I'm sure.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. Actually, when I say this, I'm gonna say it. But like, not making regionals is seriously probably never happened in a Sioux Falls school's history. Probably one of the more embarrassing things you can do in high school sports for us. I'm dead serious. I mean, when I say this, I'm not joking. Like, and again, I seriously think we do actually have some good, talented players on this team, and actually people that have played against us would probably say the same. I think depth's maybe an issue, not to mention, like, we just don't have we don't, like, put together a full team effort ever.
Yeah.
Ever. We don't put together
100%.
we have bits and pieces, but bits and pieces doesn't get you anywhere unless you just put it all together. Like, it never especially in baseball.
Yeah.
Especially in baseball. It's not like basketball, like I've said 100 times. You can't just roll out one absolute dude and somehow dominate. Like, you need everyone.
Yeah.
And we don't have everyone producing, and yeah. It's been a rough season, and that's all I'm going to say on that, because I've ranted on here about our problems and stuff on the podcast before, and people that have listened know. It's the same story every single time, not going to lie.
sneaky Rapid City Stevens at 2 though.
I know. If we win this week, though.
Pier at 3. I haven't seen much of Pier. I mean, obviously they're 3, but I hope we can get a win. I hope that'd be a big one. That'd be a lot of points.
Played pretty dang good.
Yeah.
We played Mitchell yesterday. I was kind of impressed. I thought they were pretty solid, at least at the plate. I thought they were good.
Well, also, we walked a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then
Tommy knows.
Then they get a bond.
I didn't even think you threw that bad, to be honest. I didn't. Okay, I actually don't blame both you pitching and Tommy Peterson. At the end of the day, though, we still got to score runs. Like,
yeah.
Well,
that's
there's
been our problem all year.
Yeah,
we haven't been able to produce at the plate.
No.
Played good defense.
Yeah, I will
most
say.
Of the time,
we did say that. Yeah,
most of the time we played good defense.
Yeah. There's still always a few things here or there, but it's just it's been. And we had, I think, the toughest thing too. Like, we had high hopes coming in for sure.
Very high hopes, actually.
And actually, even with 3 games, like, I'm not going to quit, because baseball, you never know. I mean, yeah, obviously the odds for us are very, very slim. Again, you never know. You squeak out a game against Pierre, we somehow play. I mean, you play flawless baseball, and then you somehow play Stevens, who's a 2 seed somehow. I mean, like, I think even people listening here know that if we played Stevens, we'd actually have, like, probably at least like a 10 or 15% chance of moving on.
What's the odds if we play Harrisburg?
No comment. That team's freaking good. I'm not even gonna give up. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna go out there and compete.
Are you
Regardless.
gonna give us a percent?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Like,
I'm gonna let them decide in their
is
head.
there even a percent? Do you think there's even a percent?
There's always a percent.
What?
There's always a percent.
They play the games for
How small is the percentage?
Small. It's very small.
How small are we talking?
All right, dude. I mean, no. Again, like I'm never gonna not play hard in a game because I don't feel like it's not. I'm gonna play as hard as I can, and we're gonna try to do the same and just see how stuff turns out. I mean, it's way too late in the season to try to like turn it around, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like, it's just we got to kind of roll what we have, and if we don't make regionals, it's embarrassing. It is what it is, and you just kind of move on to your summer season. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's part of life, so it happens.
Yeah, 100%.
Any other comments on that, I guess? Well, I guess going into regionals now, who do you like and who do you don't like? I guess we don't have to necessarily go over every game, but I guess for those listening, who do you think could be I guess I want a favorite, a dark horse, and maybe someone to like...
Someone to look out for?
Or not someone to look out, because that's kind of the dark horse. Like someone that like is like fool's gold, kind of. Like they look good, but they're not.
Mm.
And also, when we say all this stuff, I don't want to hate on any team. I guess this is just part of the segment we're doing. So, and I've said a lot of things even about basketball that goes completely wrong. So this is just our opinion. And obviously, we know we're bad right now, so we're not going to be. We're not going to necessarily be. Yeah, we don't really have any right to flame, but we're still going to. So unfortunate, but no name drop. But yeah, okay. So who's your favorite? To win it all.
I feel like it's every year, but I just got to say it's got to be Harrisburg. Their pitching is years beyond everybody else's.
It sure is.
Yeah.
I mean, they go 5-6 deep. I mean, probably their sixth best pitcher. I don't even know how far down he goes, but Cade Weedy probably is in there. He throws like tops 90.
Yeah.
He's not throwing that like
sophomore too.
Yeah.
By the way,
It's an animal.
I mean, that's just scary to even think about.
Sneaky Jefferson.
Sneaky, I think O'Gorman.
Yeah.
Really?
O'Gorman has been playing really well all year.
When I first played him,
my expectations.
I mean, yeah, we played him
sure.
early in the year. We only lost 1-0, and I was like, man, this offense just... And actually, statistically, their offense really hasn't been that great. I think they're just a spring ball team that makes plays when it matters.
Yeah, they're pretty defensively sound.
Yeah.
They don't make
They
errors.
get hits when it matters.
Yeah.
That too. I think you're definitely right. Like their stats necessarily won't show it, but what I would have to assume is that their like situational hitting is amazing. Like they'll get guys on and they'll get them over and get them in instead of like trying to hit a big home run and strike out.
I just called O'Gorman a dark horse and they're the 4 seed.
Well,
I mean, no, that is kind of
I don't know if they'll stay there though.
you never know. Honestly, these last few games, anything can
But
happen.
you know what? You can call them a dark horse because I don't think anybody had any faith in them to be going to the season.
Yeah.
Like they just on paper they don't. I don't feel like they're that good on paper.
Brecken, who do you have as your favorite?
Berg, probably. I like Jeffy's defense though.
I was thinking we got to go Jefferson. Honestly, like their offense, like they just somehow they find ways to get a run in, and that's really all they need. Their team
I think their offense is inconsistent, but again, I don't think that matters unless you make plays defensively, and they do, and they have the pitching. And I'm gonna glaze them because I've played with some of those kids, so they're my friends, some of them. So like, I like some of them, but they make plays. That defense is better than Berg's though, which is what I worry about Berg, and that's what kind of happened last year. State championship, Lincoln started to bunt 5 times, and they couldn't do it. They couldn't handle it.
Also, Jefferson,
they threw the game away.
Sub-3 team ERA. That's nuts.
That's insane. Their bullpen is shoving bigger shoves. I mean, they just top to bottom pitching and defense is really. I mean, if they win a state championship this year, I would not be surprised. And I seriously don't think they have a ton of. I mean, D1 guys right now. I know some of them are sophomores, so you never know how far what their ceiling is yet. But I mean, none of their guys aren't necessarily like Harrisburg. It's like some of those guys are probably going to go D1 and far. Or I don't know if I necessarily see the same with Jefferson, maybe besides bigger right now. Again, they have good sophomores right now and even good freshmen on Jefferson, so who knows how their ceiling or where they end up. But like all their seniors and upperclassmen aren't. I mean, some of them are football guys. Some of them are like, they're not going anywhere nearly far for baseball compared to Harrisburg. But
Man, what about
what else are you looking at here?
Team?
Dark horse. Or no. Let's go over who's kind of like fool's gold. Who do you not? Who's up there? Okay, let's name the top 5. Well,
Right, so
Stevens. I gotta go with Stevens at 2. I mean, I don't know. Like them, it's
Harrisburg,
2 seats a little.
Stevens, Pierre, O'Gorman, Jefferson. That's the top 5 right now.
Do we like Pierre? I feel like I
don't
gotta
know.
play Pierre first. We haven't played
I
Pierre.
haven't seen
know much
Pierre
about
play.
him.
I just can't believe they have like the most insane pitching to keep it going. Right?
I feel like they always hit really well, though.
Pierre's the same
Yeah.
every year. They always just play good baseball.
It's kind of like Yankton. Yankton's been balling out this year. But they
Yankton-
don't pitch very well. They just rake.
Yankton might be a good dark horse team too. They just do everything right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think with Yankton, like they'll got 1 or 2 guys who throw like decently. And then they throw the guys who don't throw as hard, and then when these big time teams step up to the plate and they see this guy throwing slow, they want to swing out. They want to swing
Pop
out
up,
of.
pop
They
up.
want to
Swing out of their shoes.
mind.
Yeah.
And what happens? Pop up, pop up, pop up, pop
Yep.
up, pop.
Yep.
Man, Brandon might be. They have the pitching, honestly.
Where's Brandon ranked right now?
8.
That could be a dark horse as well, just because them at the 8th spot. They've had a little bit of a slow or like a underwhelming season, I'd say.
Yeah.
But you can't count them out. They've got good pitching. They play great defense. I know when we played in that doubleheader, bro, they looked very fundamentally sound.
And
just
we
like,
played absolutely awful.
yeah, we played pretty bad.
Well, story of the season. So
Yeah,
we
you
played
know.
awful against about every team we've played.
We did beat Aberdeen this last weekend, so 11-1. And Aberdeen has actually had some very competitive games this year. Barely lost to Harrisburg twice. They beat Watertown, and Watertown was preseason number 1. Yeah, talk about them dropping. They're like 11th
They're
right
13.
now. 13?
13.
Wow.
Watertown 13 at 6-6.
Yeah, that's surprising to me.
Man.
Because they're a good team. They got Rylance is going to SCSU, pitcher, and he's gotten touched up a little bit more than he'd probably like this year, to be honest. I mean, teams have been seeing him well, it seems like, for a guy that's going to SCSU. But I know we actually had some really good at-bats against him, too. We had about, 3 hits. And for us, 3 hits against an SDSU commit's pretty good for us.
Well, 3 hits in a game is pretty good for us.
Yeah, sometimes. But, yeah. Oh, what do you guys think about Lincoln, too, going in? They've been
I
weird.
like Lincoln. They hit the ball really well.
They do.
They hit the ball really, really well.
It's weird because, like, I look at, and even their offense, when I look at it on paper, another team on paper, kind of like O'Gorman. Where it's like, yes, they have the Colin Lunders of the world, the Braden Olsons of the world, but everyone else, they're kind of they're just getting productions from guys I think you never really thought they could give production. And then, but even their pitching, I mean, yeah, they have Kason Christensen, who, whatever, he's a solid pitcher, but they don't really have, I don't even know where they get pitching, but they find ways to win every single time, and I got to respect
Connor
it.
Gray's thrown really well.
Yeah, Connor
this
Gray
year.
is throwing well this year. And he's another guy that doesn't throw too hard, but he just gets people out.
Yeah.
Brady Murrah's thrown pretty well this year,
Brady
too.
Murrah's
Yeah,
playing really well.
I've always messed with Brady Murrah. I like his mechanics, too. I don't know why.
Just looks good out
Yeah,
there.
he looks good out there. He does. He does look really smooth on the mound. But yeah, Lincoln's just surprised me this year a little bit because, again, they're kind of like O'Gorman and Lincoln. On paper, you look at their team and it's like, they're all right. And then they put up they beat, or Lincoln took 2 away from Watertown. And again, I know Watertown's 13th, but that's a scary team at the 13th spot. Again, who's 4? O'Gorman?
Yeah.
Man, that'd be a terrible draw for O'Gorman.
Yeah.
They swept him, though, earlier in the year.
Yeah, but like, man.
SCSU commit game 1. Brutal.
Yeah. It's still Rylance at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm going to check if this camera's still rolling, hopefully. I've had times where the storage runs out. I always say this. So
Oh, man.
Yeah, not much to say about baseball. It's not really our place to talk.
yeah, I know. We're trying to make assumptions when we probably got to start worry about ourselves. I mean, we're not. Yeah, we're kind of turning into fans of the game right now. At this point.
Tommy Peterson.
Tommy Peterson, fan of the game. Yeah, funny story, dude. One of our pitchers on our team, bro, he's faced Kokenge in the box and Rylance in the box. Kokenge is going to Minnesota. Rylance going to SDSU, like I said, and he'll strike out, and then he'll come back into the dugout. That was so
the coolest thing I have ever seen.
He's just a big
Big ol'
pitcher
smile on his
nerd and just
face.
like, yeah.
Talk about that curveball Rylance threw to him.
He was. Do you see?
Oh my
Do you see
gosh.
that slide step, guys?
Yeah, he starts glazing someone's slide step. I mean, sure, it's a good slide step, but I don't know if I'm like over here talking 5 sentences about how someone's slide step is.
Right after I K to him too.
Yeah. No, Rylance threw a curveball. And, okay, for those of you watching on YouTube, you can see.
He fell down, his knees
Yeah.
paid.
For those of you watching on YouTube, you
my
can see. But if you're on
gosh.
Spotify or whatever, you can't see. But
my
his
goodness.
knees, he was in the box like this, and he went like, I can't even do it. He went like that. A curveball came, and he went like that. That's how he landed. That's so embarrassing. And it was a ball, though.
And he like fell
So
back,
ball, though.
somehow
fell
got called a
backwards,
ball.
And he
helmet flew
walked.
off.
Somehow got called a ball.
It could have been strike 3, right?
Oh,
100%.
That would have been the
Man.
funniest strike 3 ever.
oh.
Helmet came off, fell backwards. So funny.
That is hilarious. All right. I think I might have to wrap it up here. We're at, or what are we at? 50 minutes? I know you were here, not from, but I do have stuff to attend to, so I might wrap it up there if that's all right with you guys. But
Yeah, sounds.
Dude, are you serious?
do we want to do a draft?
I'm just kidding.
I know you're joking, but I can't even think of a draft.
No, I can't either.
I mean, that was a fun time. 50 minutes. I know you came late, but
It can't
Draft.
be. It's not a B-Bite podcast. Like,
Yeah.
what are we drafting?
Have you
though?
done the all like your life stats one yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would Jack.
Let's think. We can just whip out one quick. What time is it?
Not even
6:45.
Okay.
Well, we're all Twins fans here, right?
Yeah.
Thoughts on the Twins so far this year?
All right. I guess no draft today. It's fine. We'll just end with the Twins,
Awful.
bro. I don't.
Awful.
We've been playing good recently.
Yeah, we're on a 3-game win streak.
Do we need to fire Rocco?
Yes.
Yes. Sell the
Two-
team. Fire
Why though? I
Rocco.
don't know why. What's wrong
Too
with Rocco, though? I
statistical. He doesn't get the most out of his guys.
Oh yeah, he's a bit like we have too many guys that are like utility guys that are not like
Way
we don't
too
just
many.
have like, yeah. And Royce Lewis being hurt sucked. Did he actually get hurt yesterday, or was Clemmy Clem?
No, he's
was trolling?
Lewis is still active.
Okay.
That was this morning.
Jeez,
Clemmy was trolling?
Yeah.
Oh my
he sounded
God.
so
I
serious.
thought he was serious. I believed him. I
Yeah.
told my dad Royce Lewis got hurt again.
Same. I told my dad that too. I was like,
See,
Dad,
he's-
he came back just
Yeah.
today and got hurt again.
He's DHing right now. He's out
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, the Twins. I still think the Twins will be fine as long as Royce Lewis stays hurt. Or stays healthy. Again, I think we do have a chance to make the playoffs if he stays healthy. I know we've dug ourselves a hole, but I don't know. Our pitching staff is good.
Yeah.
With Pablo injured though,
And he's back.
oh, he is back now.
Pitched yesterday, through 5 innings, had like 10 strikeouts
Yeah,
Got a really good
Dog.
bullpen as
against
well.
the Orioles. too.
yeah. Again, I think it's a 162 game season for a reason. Like, would not count us out just yet.
On paper, for a postseason team, we have the bullpen, we have a
Yes.
few good starters, and we have a good lineup.
We have Royce, Correa, Buxton
Buxton.
when healthy.
Trevor Larnach,
Trevor
Matt Wallner
Larnach, yeah.
when he comes back.
I mean,
Yeah.
what are the odds
Really
those guys
counts,
are
man.
healthy come playoff time, though?
That's the thing.
Not very
not
high.
very likely.
Honestly, man, I feel like Rocco Baldelli, love the guy, great in the interviews. Obviously,
Yeah.
the players love playing for him, but I just don't like some of the moves that he does. It's too statistical. He'll
Yeah.
never play a lefty when there's a lefty on the mound, and just bullpen decisions sometimes just question me.
You guys remember Moneyball with the A's back in like the 2000s.
Yeah.
Like I think that's a time where you do be statistical, like a low market team when you lose all your superstars.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, we need to find all these guys that can just have an on-base percentage of 330 because that's all we can work with the money we have. You're not the A's. You're not a team that's like lost all these players to try like. Again, you have Correa, you have Royce Lewis, you have all these guys. Like again, you don't need to be statistical.
Good farm system too.
Yeah, and you have the pitching staff. I think what Billy Beane did back in the 2000s was super smart with what he had.
Mm-hmm.
There's just scenarios that you just can't. At the end of the day, baseball it is a very statistical game, but it isn't.
Just got to go out there.
I just think of the people that are like that think Luis Ariz isn't a top 100 player of the league, which I think is blasphemous. The dude is. I think he's easily a top 50 hitter. He's easily a top 50 player in the league and probably top 25 hitter in the league, in my opinion. I mean, I think of like this. Sure, he doesn't put up like the OPS or the slugging, but if there's a guy on second, if there's second and third, you're down by one with one out. Who do you want at the? He's getting the ball in play.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that's baseball right there. That's team baseball.
He's doing a job.
It's not always just Aaron Judge hit a bomb. Like it's, just do a job.
Is Keishel still out?
Keishel, yeah, he'll be out for a little bit, but
broke his forearm, didn't he? Hit by pitch.
So
speaking of broken forearms, did you see that Callahan dude on the the Angels?
Really?
Like dove into the wall.
Oh my god!
You can see the forearm like literally do this,
dude. Oh my god,
that's disgusting. Gross. Oh my god!
It was like it was like his fourth game too, as a rookie.
Really, fourth game? That would suck, man.
Yeah,
finally get your opportunity. Just forearm turns into Swiss cheese. But,
Also random, but Aaron Judge hitting like 430 right now. Ridiculous.
Yeah, crazy.
It's that old man's swing. The Aaron Judge.
Yeah, he low-key is getting older than you guys think. You know he debuted at 25?
Yeah.
He's like 34 right now.
Yeah, him and Mike Trout are the same age. Or I think Trout's a year older.
Yeah.
And Trout's been...
He debuted in 2016 at 25.
Trout's been in the league like 5 years longer than...
Aaron Judge was not very good his first couple years, too.
Well, I don't think it really matters. If he hits 500 in the regular season, I don't care. If he ever plays like how he played in the postseason...
Playoffs. He's never played good in the postseason.
Yeah,
he'll still always be a Hall of Famer and all this stuff, but it's gonna haunt him.
He'll never be remembered for how he if he hits 70 home runs in a season. He'll never huge accomplishment. If he keeps playing like how he did in the postseason, I can't find a way.
Because at the end of the day, I think the Yankees could barely make the playoffs even without him. But it depends. You know what I mean? For a guy like Judge on a good team like you, that's where you need to really play. Well, is in the playoffs, but
MLB playoffs is just all about who's hot and who has the best bullpen.
Yep.
For real. I totally agree.
Once again, go back to the Guardians.
Yep.
Yeah.
Made it to the
Diamondbacks a couple years ago.
ALCS, one of the lowest. I think they had the lowest payroll in the playoffs besides the Tigers.
Also, that series they played with the Yankees was probably the most intense 5-game series I've ever watched. It was like a 5-game series. It shouldn't have been close, but every game like that walk-off home run for
Noel.
Oh
Big Christmas.
Yeah.
Big Christmas.
Big Christmas has tied it.
That was sick, dude.
And then, oh my gosh, who hit the walk-off? He had a crazy year. David Fry,
man.
Yeah, that was
he had a legacy year too.
Yeah.
He had 310, home runs too. But
also,
okay,
I went to a Twins game this summer and they played the Guardians. And John Kenzie Noel was playing. That might be the biggest human I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Dude, he's huge.
I went to a Guardians game this summer actually in Cleveland because I was.
That big?
He's huge.
Yeah, I went to a Guardians game in Cleveland this year, and he had a bomb too, clutch bomb. Yeah, he's big. He just pounds the ball.
John Kenzie Noel.
Yeah.
Big Christmas.
Big Christmas.
It's kind of like a knockoff Edwin Encarnacion a little bit. He used to play for the Guardians too, or the Indians at the time.
Encarnacion.
Yeah, he's a good player. Blue Jays legend.
Speaking of Guardians, I miss my boy Carlos Santana. Come back to the Twins, please.
Yeah, see, that's a guy we need back.
I love the shorts.
That's a guy we need back.
Love the shorts. Good defense.
Yeah.
Good on base.
Hey, first Gold Glove at age 37.
Dude.
Crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
It's plumber age.
Anyway, though, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here officially because I gotta get out of here. But check out Instagram, TikTok, whatever. We haven't done one for a while, so I appreciate you guys coming on.
Of course.
It's been a while, and hopefully some of you guys wish us some luck these last 3 games of the year that we can hopefully get a win.
We need it. We'll need it really bad.
Say your prayers, please, and thank you. Anyway, if you're on YouTube, check out Spotify, vice versa, and thank you guys for being here. And without further ado, Brecken Beitler out.